Leading caravan and motorhome dealer Loudons has established its Summit brand name in the campervan market, first with a range of Ford campervans. But for a lot of people, a campervan of this ilk has to be based on a Volkswagen. That badge is just all important in this sector. So how does Loudons Summit stand out in such a crowded sector? Well, for a start, every one of these Summit campervans is National Caravan Council approved. Now you'll see the NCC badge on many coach-built motorhomes, but much rarer in this type of campervan. Even rarer is the fact that the Summit range is approved by Volkswagen under its new motorhome qualification scheme. There are very few companies that meet Volkswagen's high standards. But with that motorhome qualification scheme, you get full VW approval, so you get 3 years warranty on the base vehicle, 3 years roadside assistance, and importantly as well, 3 years warranty on all the habitation aspects. Not only that, but Summit uses top quality components throughout the conversion. So very importantly, you get a fully crash tested RIB seat system and the top quality German SCA pop-up roofs. As well as having all those critical approvals, every Volkswagen Summit campervan is a 4-berth with a roof bed as well as the lower double bed. Every one comes with cab air conditioning, cruise control and reversing sensors. And all except the 4-wheel drive all-trail model also have built-in underslung 60-litre freshwater tank and a 30-litre wastewater tank. Now this is the entry-level trail model, priced highly competitively with a 4 at the front, and at that sort of price level you'd almost expect it to be on a second-hand base vehicle, or certainly not from a leading converter. But this highly competitively priced trail is the entry level, as standard on a 90 PS start line Transporter T6.1. So brand new base vehicle and everything you really need to start on your campervanning life. Now the Trail may be the most affordable model in the Summit range, but it does have everything you need. And you can upgrade it with a list of options, both on the habitation side and on the Volkswagen base vehicle. As standard, it comes with a 90 PS engine, but you can upgrade to 110 or 150 PS power units. And this one has optional alloy wheels and diesel heating. So you'll be comfortable on board, even if it's a little chilly outside. And then inside, you've got the classic Volkswagen layout. Now there are obviously differences between the 4 different models, but they all have the traditional side kitchen layout because that's frankly what works best for most people in a VW camper. So classic side kitchen layout, plenty of worktop, both with this large area here and a smaller area in front of the cooker. You've got the split glass lids for your 2-burner hob and sink, a 50-litre compressor fridge. Obviously that's much easier and simpler to use than a 3-way fridge, because basically you just switch it on and then forget all about it, and they're very tilt tolerant and quickly get down to temperature. Plenty of cupboard space too, and surprisingly large lockers. You've got a locker under the seat too, so somewhere to put your porta potty if you're going to carry one of those. The seat itself is of course the RIB unit, so you've got the height adjustable headrests. It's a proper crash tested seat, and it's got a good automotive shaping as well. But at night, when it converts into a bed, which I'll show you in just a second, at night it gives you a nice flat double bed. And this isn't your only seat, because both front seats, as standard in all the Summit campervans, both front seats swivel to become part of your living area. With all the Summit campervans having the RIB seat, it's simplicity itself to make the bed at night. Just release this handle here, flip the bed base over until it's flat, and then a handle underneath is released to just drop down the bed. Your privacy at night is ensured by curtains that are on rails top and bottom. And then you've got reading lights as well as this flexible wand one with a USB port. You've got touch operated reading lights over the head of the bed as well. And importantly, you've also got a decent amount of floor space at the foot of the bed. Important perhaps if you've got a dog or if you want to use a loo at night. Move from the trail to the high trail and you still get a choice of exterior colours, but you move from a start line specification transporter to the high line specification, and that brings with it a lot of extra kit. So now you get 16-inch alloy wheels as standard, colour keyed mirrors, colour keyed bumpers, front as well as rear parking sensors, these fog lights, the mirrors are electric heated and folding, so that's another neat touch, especially if you're parking in a tight space. You get adaptive cruise control as well, and automatic lights and wipers. Because with the high trail we've now moved on to a high line base vehicle, it comes with the 110 PS engine as standard. If you want to upgrade, you can also go further now, right up to the 199 PS engine, and there are also automatic gearbox options. This particular vehicle is also fitted with some optional extras: the metallic paint, a solar panel on the roof, and these chrome sidebars. But it's not just the base vehicle that moves up a gear. With the high trail, you get a higher specification in the living area as well. Improved lighting, an extra cupboard, and a shelf here as well. Then the kitchen is quite different with this opening section at the front. Now that incorporates a grill, extra storage, and a larger 65-litre fridge. Then you've got these solid worktops in a choice of 2 colours. On the windows, you've now moved from curtains to built-in blinds. And where you get fixed windows in the trail, you get opening ones in the high trail. So this is a much more comprehensively specified VW camper. In the high trail, you get rear speakers as well. But while we're back here, it's worth talking about the boot area because it's such an important aspect of VW campers. This is where you'll keep your wellies, your mains lead, your levelling wedges, all that sort of mucky stuff. And here is the best place to keep your bedding, because then when you fold the bed down, you just unfurl your duvet or your sleeping bags and your pillows are already in place. Now, when you're using the vehicle as a daily driver, of course, this is a useful area for all your shopping as well. And if you want to carry anything bigger, you can just lift the base up and now tall items can be stored as well. So if you go to the garden centre, don't worry about those potted plants, you've got room for them. You've also got access here into the under seat space. And on the high trail, you get the chemical toilet under this part of the seat as standard. On the high trail, you also get a fitting for an external activity shower. And that's not just cold water, it's hot and cold, as long as you're hooked up to the mains. Of course, hot water goes to the kitchen sink as well. Now you might be thinking, this is all very well, I love the camper vans, but front wheel drive, aren't I going to get stuck on wet grass, on rally fields and so on? Well, the answer is the next Summit, the All Trail. Now, again, it's a Highline specification transporter, but now you've got 4Motion 4-wheel drive as standard. So look at it, it stands a bit higher as well, and that's because it's got raised suspension to go with that chunky sort of off-roady look. As standard, it comes with 16-inch wheels, like the High Trail, but this one's been upgraded with a bit of a butch look, so it's got 18-inch wheels, and don't they go well with this rather fetching blue paint? Don't like the colour scheme? Well, there are plenty of other options available too. There's fewer choices of engine specification with this 4Motion van. You just get the 150 PS engine as standard with the 6-speed manual gearbox, or you can upgrade to 199 PS with the 7-speed DSG automatic. Inside, the All Trail looks much like a High Trail because it is pretty much the same conversion. But this one doesn't look the same, does it? That's because there are 3 choices of finish on the floor, and you can have this style of furniture in either a High Trail or an All Trail. This grey furniture goes rather nicely with this leather upholstery, which is an optional extra, again, on both All Trail or High Trail. This with the dark grey with the blue stitching that contrasts nicely or complements nicely the external paint finish. Inside, again, you get diesel heating as standard, you get the blinds on the windows, you get the toilet under the back seat, you get the grille and the larger 65-litre presser fridge. You get all the same features, the same double bed at the back that's so easy to use, the roof bed and these uplighters in the roof as well. So the same high spec, but the main thing is, of course, that you can go a bit more off-road with the 4-wheel drive. The final model in the range is, if you like, the peak of the range, the Summit Peak. Still based on a T6.1 Highline, it comes as standard with this wrap on the lower half of the body, giving it a really smart duotone finish. The 20-inch alloys on this particular one give it the racy look, but they're an option. You can have 16, 17, 18-inch wheels if you prefer, 16-inch being the standard offering. It comes with 110, 150 or 199 PS power outputs and manual or automatic gearboxes. But there's a more important difference I need to show you. Look at this! If we were in the south of France, unfortunately we're in Nottingham, if we were in the south of France, wouldn't this be fantastic to really enjoy the summer sunshine and the Mediterranean heat? Well, even in Nottingham you can appreciate that also with this SCA 290 roof, not only do you get this panoramic front, but you also get Froley plastic springs for the roof bed. So you're probably at least as comfortable up here as you are in the downstairs bed. As in the High Trail and the All Trail, the Peak has diesel heating as standard, with the control neatly mounted in the cab just above the rear view mirror, so you could even pop the heating on for your rear passengers whilst you're travelling. And those rear passengers will be sitting in comfort on this rather lovely leather upholstery. Leather throughout is standard on the Peak. And you'll also have noticed that whilst it's, again, a side kitchen layout with the ROB seat and all the same sort of design features and quality that the rest of the range has, the layout, the finish and the design is quite different. So you've still got a choice of 2 solid worktops, but now the worktop carries on over the cooker and sink, so they're more hidden away, if you like, and perhaps a bit more practical in terms of workspace. Storage is slightly different too, because a lot of it is in drawers. 3 of them in fact, with soft close. Just makes things easier to find rather than bending down. No grill of course, but in here you have a microwave instead. So if you like your ready meals, you'll like that. The fridge is different too. It's a drawer style fridge, 50 litre compressor model. How about that? That's very neat to access. So this is the peak of the range, and I rather like its style. You've also got, because this is narrow at front, you've got a bit more use of the swivel driver's cab seat. But really, this model is all about the look and the sophisticated presentation. So the Summit Volkswagen Campervan range covers 4 models. The Trail for those on a budget, the High Trail with a high spec, the All Trail with 4-wheel drive, and the Peak as a stylish flagship for those that want something special. Unlike many Volkswagen campervans, each one has European whole vehicle type approval, NCC, National Caravan Council approval, and meets Volkswagen's Motorhome Qualification Scheme standards. So top quality is assured.